Hello, folks. I am Alan for today's news. I will be reading and speaking about world news, interesting news, news to keep you entertained, and news to keep you informed. What I got for you here is from, don't have a whole lot, I don't think, from 1945. China's J-20 stealth fighter has one big advantage over America. Though the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor is arguably the world's most superior air superiority fighter, by the end of the year, China will likely have more of its J-20 Mighty Dragons in service. It says, being as ramped up production, Beijing is ramping up production and its domestically built fifth generation fighter, and the inventory of the J-20A will overtake the United States Air Force F-22, according to a report from the London-based International Institute. It said John Chipman, Director General and Chief Executive of IISS, I think it says, told reporters via an online launch on Wednesday evening for the Military Balance 2023 that China's combat aircraft inventory has dramatically increased over just the past 5 years. China's military modernization or something like that remains the principal area of concern for Washington. China's defense spending increased by 7.0% in the 2022 budget over 2021 figures. It's its largest in absolute terms, while the new aircraft carrier attracted headlines. Its investments in additional and in more complex naval vessels, according. Well, its Air Force is also. Anyway, you can read the rest of this in my description box if you like. Let's see. This is from Newsweek. Ukraine going after the one place Putin can't afford to lose. Crimean officials on Thursday reported that Russian air defense forces had thwarted the Ukrainian drone attack on the city of Sevastopol. I guess that's what it says. Although Ukraine has not accepted responsibility for the alleged attack, Ukrainian President Zelensky has nonetheless made it known for months that regaining control of Crimea, a peninsula in Ukraine that Russia invaded and annexed in 2014, is now a major objective for his country in the war. Lawrence Reardon, a professional of political science at the University of New Hampshire, told Newsweek that if Ukraine took back Crimea, the consequences could extend beyond just ending Russian Putin goal of uniting Ukraine territory. The loss of Crimea will be death blow to the dream and threaten Putin's hold on power. They should go after these cities that Russia's been trying to take over. You can read the rest of that in my description box. This is from Fox News. Defense Secretary Austin says U.S. would enter conflict if Russia attacks Estonia. In the event that Russia launches an attack or invasion against Estonia, the United States will enter the conflict, according to the head of the Department of Defense. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin III spoke Thursday at a meeting of NATO defense ministers in Brussels, Belgium. The conference focused heavily on the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which is approaching its year anniversary. Austin was asked by a reporter how the country could be confident they have the backing of the U.S. military right in the event of the Russian invasion. Now, with Biden in charge, I don't think U.S. going to back up anybody. Biden said, "Pull them out. Let's run. Let's hide." tell me what you think about it. It says, I'll just point to what or what Joe Biden has said a number of times, and what I've also said. Our commitment to Article 5 is ironclad, and we take that very seriously, and we'll live up to our commitments. And you can read more in the description box. Here's something from the Washington Examiner. Joe Biden wants to cut Medicare Advantage. Now, didn't he said before he wasn't going to touch Medicare, Social Security? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he has said that. Joe Biden might go down in history as our most irresponsible president when it comes to a long-term fiscal crisis faced by Medicare, Social Security, and other entitlements. Whereas President Donald Trump simply passed on the issue entirely, Biden had chosen to lie about it actively, accusing Republicans of wanting to cut the program on the slimmest of evidence. Meanwhile, Biden himself is proposing a Medicare cut inside the Medicare Advantage program, the form of Medicare that nearly half of us seniors have enrolled in. Biden is nothing but a liar. That's all he does. Propaganda lies, That's what propaganda is, lies. Tell the people what they want to hear. Doesn't matter, doesn't mean you're going to do it, but just tell them what they want to hear. Yeah, it said here, that's not to say we don't need to lower the cost growth of Medicare and the other entitlements. We obviously do if we're going to avoid the programs going bankrupt in a few years. So say both CBO and Medicare actuals. But it takes some gall for Biden to make a State of the Union speech falsely accusing Republicans of wanting to eliminate actually Medicare when the only one who has proposed to do so is Biden himself. Medicare Advantage is not the place where we should be looking to save pennies on the dollar within Medicare. Rather, it should be the model toward which the rest of Medicare should be moving, with some additional reforms, and that will prevent programs collapse or massive tax increase. If they want to cut spending, all this military stuff going over to other countries, that old man just pisses me off. He don't need to be a president. He don't even need to be alive. The Medicare Advantage was created back in 2003 as an alternative way for seniors to get their Medicare benefits instead of enrolling in additional Medicare with Part A hospital insurance and Part B doctor's office insurance, with the need to buy a Medigap policy to cover that Medicare doesn't. Senior could get their benefit through Medicare Advantage instead. This option allow a health insurer to offer a comprehensive package of benefits similar to what the senior can obtain in Part A and Part B and Medigap combined. In addition, they could offer a prescription drug plan, Part D, something traditional Medicare enrollees could only get a la carte. Anyway, you can read the rest of this in my description box. I don't hardly use my insurance for drugs, or if I need any, I use GoodRx. Let's see what else we got here. Tell me what you think. This is from Fox News. Illinois Hobby Club fears its balloon was shot down by the U.S. Air Force NORAD response. In the days since the U.S. Air Force shot down 3 unidentified objects out of the sky, questions linger about just what these objects actually were. On Thursday, a report by Aviation Week offered an intriguing hypothesis about what one of those three options could be. Missing in action, globe-trotting balloon belonging to an Illinois-based hobbyist club. So one of the balloons probably belonged to a hobby club. Don't you think they would have markings on them, maybe? I don't know. Or if they can even read the markings from a jet flying fast. Per the report, the Northern Illinois Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade, silver-coated party-style Pico balloon, reported its last position on February 10th at nearly 40,000 feet off the west coast of Alaska. Projections show that the object could be floating over the central part of the Yukon Territory on February 11th. The same day, a Lockheed Martin F-22 shot down an unidentified object in the general area. Small Pico balloons range between $12 and $180 and are naturally buoyant above 43,000 feet. These objects carry an 11-gram tracker with HF and VHF/UHG antennas to update their position around the world, according to Aviation Week. The outlet noted that the shape, attitudes, and payloads of small Pico balloons match the description of all three unidentified objects shot down between February 10th and February 12th. Fox News Digital has reached out to the NIBB for comment. NORAD told the Fox 2 News Digital that the FBI has spoken with the Hobby Club and expects the National Security Council to have more on potentially identifying the objects. The downing of the three objects came after the Air Force shot down a Chinese spy balloon over the coast of South Carolina. Joe Biden said Thursday that the U.S. is developing sharp rules to track, monitor, and potentially shoot down unknown aerial objects. Joe Biden has directed National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan to lead a team to review U.S. procedure after the U.S. shot down the Chinese balloon, as well as the three other objects. The U.S. now believes are most likely benign objects launched by private companies or research institutions. And you can read the rest of this in my description box. Here's something from Tell Me Best. Retailers are overcharging you for eggs. And what's happening at Walmart proves it. Going grocery shopping these days is enough to make anyone involuntary. Let's see what it says there. Cringe as they look at ever increasing egg prices and other staple commodities. Of course, that's if you luck out and actually find what you need in stock. But now, recent years has many wondering if egg prices are artificially inflated. On Wednesday, a shopper posted a photo of the egg situation at her local Walmart. On its surface, there is nothing unusual about it. Countless pictures of empty shelves and sky-high egg prices have circulated on social media. What made this particular picture so special was that the egg prices were and are drastically lower than anywhere else in the country, and that made people sit up and take notice. It turns out that the Walmart in Harrodsburg, Kentucky is selling 18 packs eggs for $2. My Walmart got 44 for them. Anyway, you can read the rest of my description box. See what else we got here. This is going to be my last one here. This is from KTVI Channel 2. Small earthquake tracked Thursday morning in southern Illinois, Cairo, Illinois. Some southern Illinois residents might have experienced a slight jolt Thursday morning due to a minor earthquake. A 2.4 magnitude earthquake happened around 6:15 a.m. Thursday near Cairo, Illinois. The earthquake was tracked with a depth of 6 kilometers. See, did they have a video on here? I guess they don't know more. Cairo, Illinois is nearly 2.5 hours south of St. Louis, near the Missouri Boot Hill of Illinois, Kentucky state line. The New Madrid semantic zone, which includes southern Illinois and adjacent states, Missouri, Kentucky, Arkansas, is the most systematically active area in North America east of the Rocky Mountains. There are an estimated 1.3 million minor earthquakes from 2.0 to 2.9 magnitude per year around the world, according to the United States survey. And that's all I got for you right now. Like, subscribe, come back at least once in a while. And thanks for watching. And until tomorrow. Later.